song says something good is going to happen to you today. I'm Kathy Bullock coming from Berea, Kentucky. I'm so happy to see all of you today because it's a brand new day or afternoon, wherever you are joining us from all over the world and Facebook. We just thank you for taking a few moments to come visit with us today and share in this joy. Oh, we have a fantastic lineup for you. So, first of all, I need to just say hello to everybody, starting with our fearless leader, Joe. And then our tech person, Jada, who makes it all happen. And then you see this fabulous group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of fantastic folks. We're going to hear from them in just a minute. Hold on to your hats, and everybody. Mary Kay, coming to us from Vermont. Hi, Kevin in D.C., Susan in Tacoma Park, and Afina in Brooklyn. Nancy, Susan in Cincinnati, Sue Miller in Seattle, Janet, hey, Dan in Vienna, Doug in Underhill, Vermont. Is that Art Taylor? Oh my goodness, my friend, hey, and Fred and Anya, Ann in Nashville, Bonnie in Idaho, Storm, you are with the Hat Club, my friend. Kevin, I see your eyebrow there in your hand. Carolyn is Snowy Boise. Thank you, Carolyn. This is day 1335. Oh my God. Of the daily antidote of songs. So she just wanted to let us know. Thank you, Carolyn. Luda and Mark are coming to us from Victoria. Let's see who we got here. Kathleen from Albuquerque. All my people down in Indiana, Vermont. Mama, good to see you. Hoda from the British Columbia. Kathy from Denver. Then we have Nicola from the UK. Kate from Charlottesville. Annette from California. Arlene, also from Berkeley. Hey, Cricket. And Elizabeth from California. And Mabel from Massachusetts. Now, these are not on their video, but they are with us anyway. Linda Rose, Bronwyn, and Victoria. Linda in the Orcas Islands. Oh, there she is. Hi. Bob on his iPhone. Sandy in New Mexico. Michael. Hey, Michael. Hindi. Deli. Gary, my man from Massachusetts. Aloysius from Massachusetts. Then we have Nancy and Carolyn and Lynn. Storm. Let's see, who else did I get? David and Laura, Ray, Joe's mom. Oh, hi, Mom. And Louise. Oh, y'all, there's more people. I just clicked over. Let me see who are Busy. The great Busy. Thank you for joining us. Martha, hey. Oh, so good to see you. Oh, that's Heidi. And then Lynn from Lynn Levine. I think so far I was able to say hello to everybody. And if I didn't get you the first time, I'll get you the second time. Now stop a moment, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Why? Because we can, y'all. Because we can. Another great, phenomenal day. Oh, so happy to be here on December 1. Somebody said it's World AIDS Day. Yes. And we're going to celebrate with this fabulous group. Some of my most favorite people in the whole world. That's all. Coming to us from Brattleboro, Vermont, we have Peter and Mary Alice Amidon. And then joining them, we have Andy on the accordion. And Robin and Fred and Stefan, who I didn't hardly recognize Stefan, and Patrice. And they are all going to sing this fabulous song for us as we usher in the holiday season. So join me in welcoming the fabulous folk from Vermont.
Thank you, Kathy.
I thought you were going to calm down, Kathy.
No, never. No. Welcome,
No promises.
It's great to see all of you. I have to tell you that in 1975, when Mary Alice and I first met, we went to see this extraordinary group called Noel Sing We Clear. Everybody say, Noel Sing We Clear. Noel Sing We Clear. And we learned all their songs and got the album and listened to it all the time. And I never ever guessed that I would have two of them here in my living room about 45 years later. And it's just such a great joy. So we're going to sing a song that was one of Noel Sing We Clear's first big hits. It was everybody's favorite song. And Andy's going to tell you the story about how this version of the song came to be. So you tell him how just.
Oh, do you want to hear the story before we sing?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to cut the talking and get to the singing.
Just the story. That'd be nice.
So this tune is a version of the Holly and the Ivy, and it's a dance tune. It's a very rollicking jig, and it was a super duper favorite for years and years and years with Noel Sing We Clear, to the point that when we ever ventured to sing another version of the Holly and the Ivy, Tony liked to mention the following year that we had received hate mail and then eventually hate email for changing the tune. So we always would go back to it. It's just such a lovely, lively tune. And it's the classic story of the holly and the ivy. The holly being the king, the tree that represents the king as the king of winter, and the oak tree, the king of summer. And their mother was God. And so it's a great story. And we heard it many years. And the holly tree is likened in the original version to the life of Jesus. But this version was put together by Tony Barrand and his wife Margaret Dale Barrand, who was a school teacher, and to make the song really singable and enjoyable for people of all faiths and persuasions, and likening the life of the holly tree to the cycle of the year. So the leaf and the flower and the bark and the berry each represent one of the seasons of the year. So they really universalized the song, and it's a great song. I was just singing it up in Marlborough, Vermont this morning with the whole school. So The Holly and the Ivy, new words by Tony Barrand and Margaret Dale Barrand.
It's the same tune all the way through, so we're not even going to go through it because you'll get it by the second time if you don't know it already. And you have the lyrics in your chat, so go check out the lyrics, and here we go. The Holly and the Ivy, traditional English. Andy has his finger up.
Because they were so smart and they did not change one word of the chorus.
Right.
And that's part of the magic of the song. The chorus still knits it together.
And the first verse is the same also, I think.
Yes.
Okay, have a good time. Sing along. Oh, the holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly tree bears the crown. Oh, the rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir. Oh, the holly bears a blossom as white as any flower. The rains of spring prepare the ground with every gentle shower. Oh, the rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir. Oh, the holly bears a leaf as green as any grass. The corn it ripens in the field as summer days do pass. Oh, the rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir. Oh, the holly bears a bark as bitter as any gall, as harvest ends the leaves turn gold and from the trees do fall. Oh, the rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir.
Accordion!
Oh, the holly bears a berry as red as any blood. The heavy snows of winter fill the dark and silent wood. Oh, the rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir. Oh, the rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing
It was nice to see some people dancing by in the blue skirts there.
I want to just keep going like all day long, actually. That
Tony
was
liked
so
to mention that
great.
the original meaning of the word carol was a dance. Really, it was a circle dance done to the sound of the dancers' own voices singing. And over time, we've sort of pulled out the singing part and said a carol is the singing part. But they're really so linked together, the dance and the song.
It's
And
just,
that's a
yes,
perfect
Andy.
example of a carol.
Yes, thank you for that because it's so natural to move and to dance and with joy as we're singing this song, as some of you were doing already. I saw you, Nicola.
Our
So,
original goal was to put the dance back in Christmas, and after about 10 or 15 years, we realized we were failing. So
well, Frank,
still kept playing the dance tunes.
let's keep hope alive. We'll keep hope alive, y'all.
That's
I
right.
think there's some of us who, if we are invited to, we will dance on. So, so now tell us about upcoming programs and concerts.
Sure. On Tuesday night, next Tuesday at 7 o'clock, December 5th, we'll be appearing at the Latches Theater in Brattleboro, Vermont, but we will be live streaming the event as well. So do we have a link that's in the chat for that?
Well, we are calling this the DAS Meetup, the Daily Antidote of Song Meetup. So that means everybody here who's watching this, you're invited to meet up with us Tuesday at 7 p.m. And yes, there will be a live stream. It was just put into the chat for it. So be there, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we get to experience and share together all of this joy. And you might have some special appearances of our fearless leader, Joe, inviting the rest of us. We're just going to have a great
fantastic.
time.
We also like to mention that we're doing it as a benefit for Groundworks Collaborative, which is a social service agency here in Brattleboro, doing a lot of work with people who have struggling with housing and food insecurity. So.
Thank you so much. You mean we're going to have a good time and then there's an extra benefit that comes out of on top of that? Oh my goodness.
So well, I was just going to say that it was this extraordinary moment on the Daily Antidote that this kind of underlines what a community is. About almost 2 years ago, when we were talking about Tony Barrand, and we got the news just at that moment that he had passed away. And then a week later, Margaret Dale passed away, and that was so we're just remembering. This is partly to gather these friends here, all very good friends of Tony and Margaret Dale, to remember them. Tony was a college professor of what was it?
Folklore, psychology,
Anthropology.
What was that one word?
Perception.
Perception. That was one of his. Yeah, perception. But he was, but also, of course, John Roberts and Tony Barron traveled around the country, and they were the ones that told. Tony was the one who told Mary Alice and I that we had to move to Brattleboro. And when Tony tells you something, you just probably should do it for your own good, actually. And so we did, and we're thankful forever to him for that. And Margaret Dale, as Andy mentioned, was an elementary school teacher and a wonderful artist and a great musician. They were both part of the guild. As a matter of fact, Andy and Tony and I were the three choir directors that took the place of Larry Crockett after he retired. And so it was just in the Guilford Community Church, United Church of Christ, which is a town right next to Brattleboro. And all of us are part of that church. As a matter of fact, Stephen, my son, has just Andy and I are now the choir. yeah. Andy and I have been the choir directors since Tony died, but now we've kind of ceded to Stefan, the new generation.
Yay, Stefan!
Big shoes to fill.
Stefan, our son, who is a former child.
As are we all.
Fantastic musician in his own right. Fantastic.
Yeah, really, right.
In his own right, and who I did not recognize at all, except I said, "Is that Peter standing behind Peter?" Oh my God!
Right.
Wow, it's just a joy to see the vision and the power of the gift that Tony gave, because I had the honor of knowing him, and my first experience with the music and the community was with Tony and Peter and Mary Alice. I just can't thank them enough, years and years ago. And so to see how the legacy moves and continues to bless all of us.
I'm so glad you're here, Kathy, because you and Tony share something that you talked about at Pinewoods at a sort of at a discussion, a sort of academic almost discussion about how an artist like you and like Tony, who's so immersed in your own tradition, also has the ability to look at your music from a sort of academic and analytical point of view, and something like that, right? Do you remember that?
I remember us getting together and talking for hours and hours about that. I just remember us talking, but absolutely, because as the academic, you stand and sort of like outsider, looking and describe and discuss. But then as somebody who grows up in the field, you bring that insider perspective, and it's really exciting. And to share that with others, and it was just mind-blowing for me. It's like, wow, look at this, look at these things we share. What about this? What about that? Yes.
Yeah,
And it's continued from then on, and I'm just so thankful.
you two are both rare. You and Tony are rare souls in terms of how powerful you are in both of those spheres, I think. And I just felt like it was really great to actually have you share that and recognize that.
I'd like to mention one other sort of legacy of Tony. In the last number of years of Tony's life, Fred and John and Tony and I put together a complete collection of the Noel Sing We Clear repertoire, and that's available by simply going to noelsingweclear.com.
That's in your chat.
Yeah, Noel spelled the English way, Nowell. I love that. It's a misspelling of a mispronunciation of French. But Noel Sing We Clear. And the book is available there. There's a 10% discount on through 12th night. But it's the whole repertoire of 40 plus years of singing this material, this midwinter music that weaves together the Christian and the very blatantly not Christian traditions of midwinter and how they sort of relate to one another through song and dance.
And it's got a bunch of great stories too. That I think, did Tony do most of the writing of that, or you did the most of the? Oh, well, Fred.
Fred is the man.
You should tell them about the stories, Fred.
Well, sure. And also, I wanted to mention, before I get into the stories in the book, I wanted to mention another legacy aspect of the concert next Tuesday, is that Andy and Robin's son, Arthur, and his wife, Emma, and two of their friends are playing several of the pieces, several set of the set in the concert. And then my daughter, Lauren, who is a member of Windborne, will be also a big part of the concert. So we're sort of trying to pass it along to the next generation.
And all of them fantastic musicians. Your daughter Lauren, Andy's son, Andy and Robin's son. It is such, as you were talking, I feel the energy and the excitement of you bringing this marvelous community to share with us. And it's like, let's get in a bus right away and all make our way to Brattleboro, and just to be in the number, to feel the love, to feel the support, the energy, the joy that you're sharing. And we so need it. We need it the world over. So thank you for giving us just a taste of that today. And I know you were going to continue, Fred.
Yeah, so on the stories in the book, we shaped the book to be sort of like a Noel Sing We Clear concert, and the songs are grouped in kind of thematic sections. Like there's one on shepherds and angels, and one on wassail songs,
yeah.
And that sort of thing. And at the beginning of each section, we tried to capture some of Tony's. Tony was always the narrator of the show. We tried to capture some of the spirit of his narration in the beginning of each of those sections, and then many of the songs throughout have other stories linked to them of things that would come up in the as we toured for those 40 years. So it's if I do say so myself, it's kind of a neat read.
Yeah, it's a nice read. It's wonderful.
Okay, everybody, be sure to get that book out. Say it again. The name?
Noel Sing We Clear, Songs and Carols of Midwinter and Christmas Tide.
That's right.
And be ready to do the meetup on Tuesday, December 5, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by live stream or in person. I'm inviting everybody there. And in the meantime, let's sing that song once more again.
One more time.
valley, as red as any blood. The heavy snows of winter fill the dark and silent wood. Oh, the rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir. Oh, the rising of the sun, the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing all in the choir.
Everybody, and thanking Peter and Mary Alice and Andy and Robin and Patrice and Fred and Stefan and Sing Noel. Folks from the Sing Noel, thank you so much, bringing us joy from Brattleboro. Just a little taste of this festive season, and it's infectious. Thank you, and again, thank you. Now you all, to make sure you know, several members from this group or affiliated with this group have been on the Daily Antidote of Song before. Not only Peter and Mary Alice Amidon, but Winborn, which Fred and Patrice's daughter, right? Lauren is a part of. And then certainly Stefan, if you haven't been on here, he needs to be. He's all over the place.
He's been on with us a few times.
Okay, that's what I thought. And of course, Andy, son, Andy and Robinson, what's the boy?
Arthur.
Yes, Arthur. He's a fabulous composer and performer and all of them. And they have they been on as well?
Arthur.
Andy and Robin have, and Emma.
Robin and I have been on. I don't think Arthur's been on yet.
That's right. And Emma has come with you, right?
Emma has led a song. Our daughter Emma.
Right.
I Think You're Wonderful was her big hit on the Daily Antidote of Song. And
Oh, yeah.
she's working up some new stuff, Kathy.
Thank you so much for bringing and sharing the joy. Thank you, all of you, for joining us today. I hope you got a little taste of this love and joy and hope and just positivity that is steeping in my bones as I just look at y'all with those cool hats and the red and black, baby. They are rocking it. I told them I would be a little bit calmer, but I wasn't promising. So all I have to
You
say is
didn't try too hard to calm down, Kathy.
No, that's who you are.
not when I have such beautiful singers and such beautiful songs. Okay, so again, from the Daily Antidote of Song, we're going to leave at this point and expect you tomorrow and expect you on Tuesday at the DAS meetup, not the makeup, the meetup. And in the meantime, wishing you much love, much hope, much peace as we go through this day. Thank you so much. So I get to say bye to everybody. Join me in thanking again Peter and Mary Alice and Andy and Robin and Patrice and Stefan. Did I get everybody?
Yeah.
Yes, and Andy. And thank you, Mary Kay. Good to see you. Hope to see you soon and next year. Kevin in DC, good to see you. Susan in Tacoma Park. Athena, thanks for joining us. Nancy and Susan in Seattle. Dan in Vienna. Doug in Vermont. I keep hearing. Okay, Fred, thanks for joining us. And in Nashville, Sue in Seattle, Bonnie in Idaho, Kevin in New Hampshire. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. She's holding up the book that we were referencing, Noel Sing We Clear Songs and Carols. There it is, folks. Be sure to get your copy of it. Thank you, Carolyn. Always keeping us on point there in snowy Boise. Oh, and the pictures on the back of them. Oh, that is too sweet. Thank you. Don and Leanna from Vermont. Always good to see you. Lots of love. Hoda. Hey, in British Columbia. Thank you for joining us, Kathy. Hey, wonderful to see you. Kate in Charlottesville, Virginia. Annette in California. Ian and Sarah in the UK. Greetings to you. Top of the morning. Well, is it morning? Oh, it's later there. So it's afternoon or evening there. And Arlene in Berkeley, love your smile. Hey, Cricket, always good to see you. And Busy, another one of our fearless leaders. Oh, just delighted to see you. Bob and Mabel and the Bears. Now all is right. We see you there and the Bears too. Everything is fine now. Linda and Orcas Islands, thank you for joining us again. and other members from our illustrious Curly Tops. There's Michael, who has doesn't have it. Oh, there you are. I thought that was a video. That's you in person. Hey, Michael. And Hindi Deli, thank you for joining us. Gary, thanks. Give love to Christy. Aloysius, and from Massachusetts, I see your car, so he's moved away. There is Joe, who always is rock and rolling, doing 1,000 things to help this community, this project, this mission, this movement continue on, blessing so many of us. Thank you again for that. And Jaden, I mean, if we didn't have tech, we wouldn't be doing this at all. And so among your many other gifts, you kind of just do this tech stuff too. Thank you, Jaden, helping us with that. Carolyn in DC, good to see you. Lynn in Connecticut is here. Storm, there he is. I meant Storm for Zoomiverse. I love that term. Ray, Joe's mom, lots of greetings to you, Ray, for joining us here from New Jersey. Louise B, Lynn and Cliff in Vermont. Hey there. Thanks for joining us. Nicola in UK. I saw you jam and I was right with you. So happy to see you. Amos, happy, and Jane in Texas. Leah from Illinois. Marnie from Charlottesville. Hey, good to have you. Bob, I guess good to see you. Jamie from Victoria. Hey, Jamie. Ruth from Birmingham. Always good to see you, Ruth. And then there's Fred from Silver Spring that we saw earlier, and I think I got everybody. So at this time, I'll just wave and thank you all of the Facebook family and those on other parts of social media who have come to join me with us. If this is your first time, don't let it be your last. For another day of daily antidote of song.